Well, my friends, we did it. We made it to Coachmas Day 12. If you're just jumping in here, Coachmas has been a 12-day series here on YouTube where I am basically reacting to and discussing different content and concepts within the coaching industry. If you don't know me, my name's Danielle. I make a ton of content here on YouTube, essentially debunking the online coaching industry, whether it's life coaching, business coaching, spiritual coaching. I myself, back in 2018, 2019, 2020, used to identify as a mindset coach, a life coach, and have since spent a number of years sort of disentangling myself from the industry. As a result, I've learned a lot of things, I've analyzed a lot of things, and I've come to a number of conclusions. So if you're just joining in on the series, I will make sure to link a playlist right here so you can watch the 11 other videos. And if you're new to my channel entirely and have an interest in learning more about my thoughts on the coaching industry, I have a playlist with over 75 videos if you want to get caught up on that as well. Now, as a finale to the series, this particular video is going to be a little bit more laid back, a little bit more conversational, and it's really just an opportunity for me to kind of sit down and share some of the thoughts that have been circling in my brain as we head towards a new year. So I've been having a few discussions lately with different individuals, primarily here on YouTube, over on Instagram, TikTok, which, by the way, if you're not following me there, what are you doing? As well as over on Reddit. If you've been in my bubble for any amount of time, you probably know that I like to spend a lot of time over on Reddit, just snarking and reading other people's experiences with these online coaches. So all that to say, I've been brainstorming different content ideas as we move into 2024. I've been making predictions and having discussions with people about their predictions for what we think is going to happen with the coaching industry as more people start to openly talk about their experiences with the people in this industry. And I think just as people start to get smarter about what people are saying on the internet. So while I did intend to make a video for this series specifically discussing why people get scammed by online coaches or just get scammed in general, I think I'm going to save that for the new year so that I can really invest the proper amount of time and research into articulating myself well. And instead today, I kind of want to make this video like a cautionary tale for anyone who is considering hiring a mentor as we move into the new year, or maybe has a friend that's considering investing in an online course or an online coach. And perhaps this video can really just help to open your eyes to some of the red flags that you need to look out for in order to stay safe in the online space. Now, yes, if you've been on my channel for quite some time, you know that I've made videos like this before, so this might be a little bit repetitive, but hopefully it serves as a good reminder nonetheless. So now that this intro is like 3 minutes long already, let's go ahead and jump right into the bulk of the content. So first things first, and most importantly, this actually came up on a scam interview that I did recently. I really want to caution everyone to be extremely careful with anyone on the internet who is promising outlandish or seemingly kind of ridiculous or unrealistic results and not really clearly providing proof on how they achieve those results. So if someone is sort of posing themselves as an expert in absolutely everything, that in itself is a red flag. And I think as a consumer, it's really important that you're asking for feedback and evidence on the claims that people are making, because in my opinion, as a service provider, you should be proud to showcase the transformations that you've helped people achieve. And further to that, you should be able to clearly articulate what that transformation was and what steps were involved in helping them to achieve it. So simply saying, you know,
I took Stephanie's revenue from $0 to $100,000 in 30 days,
doesn't really paint a clear picture on what her business was, how you helped her grow it, or what specific outcomes she achieved beyond just like making a bunch of money. And so rather than just taking, you know, testimonials and screenshots that these coaches share at face value, I always recommend that if you are considering hiring a mentor, you look for verifiable ways to determine whether or not the success that they're taking credit for or claiming, and anyone trying to gatekeep that from you, run away. Okay? Okay, the next red flag, one that I've talked about time and time again on this channel, is the overemphasis on quick fixes. Again, this ties into the example I just gave, coaches that are saying things like,
my client went to $100,000 launches in 30 days. My client grew from 10K to $1 million.
anything that sort of sounds too good to be true and was achieved in a very short time frame. While I know many skeptics on the internet will say that all these people are just making these numbers up, let's use the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna say that the income claims they're making are true. Just because they are true doesn't mean it's sustainable in the long term. So if I think back to like where I think the coaching industry is gonna be in 2024, I think more people are gonna start waking up to the fact that these people are selling you on a dream, they're selling you on a lifestyle, and it's gonna make it a lot harder for them to sell their high ticket programs, which as a result is going to make these massive income claims much less sustainable in the long term, because the tactics that used to work back in 2023, back in 2022, aren't gonna be the same as we move forward into 2024, or at least maybe I'm naively hoping. That being said, I would just advise you to be cautious of anyone who's promising rapid or unrealistic results. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay, red flag number 3, and this is one, again, that I've talked about many times on this channel, that is pushy sales tactics. Absolutely run away from anyone who will not take the time to explain things to you through private message or through email, and instead wants you to jump on a 15 or 30-minute discovery call. Discovery call, free session, however they want to frame it, it's a sales call. And the reason why they put you on these sales calls, typically they make you fill out a survey before that's going to list out all your pain points, list out all the struggles you're facing in your business, is so that when you hop on this call, they can spend the 30 minutes, rather than giving you free advice or whatever they're promising you, they're gonna spend the 30 minutes touching on those pain points, touching on those struggles, and convincing you that their product, their offer, their program is gonna be the perfect solution to all of those problems. If you are feeling rushed or obligated to say yes in a one-on-one situation, disconnect the call. I think back to 2018 when I was on a sales call with someone. This is when I was still at my 9-to-5 job. This coach was trying to pressure me to sign up for her program, and I had to come up with some like bullshit excuse as to why I didn't know where my credit card was, and promise that I was going to follow up via email in 24 hours. And then I had to ignore their 50 follow-up emails trying to get me to sign up for this program. Whereas flash forward to now, I think if I was in that scenario where I was on a one-on-one call with someone, because I understand how this industry works, I would have no problem just clicking the hang up button, blocking that person's email address, and never having to even like look at any of their content ever again. Anyone who's trying to back you into a corner to get you to sign up for their program does not have your best intentions in mind. I will say that for a fact. Okay, red flag number 4 that I want you to look out for is lack of customization. Again, this kind of ties into the sales call situation, because I think with those sales calls, discovery calls, whatever you want to call them, they're never really trying to understand you as a client, understand your specific problems, and formulate a specific solution to you and your business. Instead, what I think these people are doing is taking, you know, their proven system, their guided framework, and applying it to you and your business, regardless of what industry you work in. And so as someone who's been a business owner for 6 years now, I've worked with over 80 Canadian small businesses, from makers to service providers, tons of different people doing very unique things. It's very important as someone who's providing advice to businesses that you are tailoring that advice to their specific circumstances and their specific scenario. And what I think so many of these coaches fail to do is have the ability to be able to do that, because the only format they know is this worked for me, therefore it's going to work for you, regardless of what industry you're in, when the reality is that's never going to work. Markets change, industries change, things change over time. So even if someone wanted to come to me and say,
Danielle, I want to open a mobile yoga studio,
what worked for me back in 2018 probably isn't going to be the same as we move into 2024, because the economy is different, the online landscape is different, everything changes over time. And so for someone to act like they have the answers because it worked for them and it's guaranteed to work for you, that in itself should be a pretty big red flag for you to recognize that if someone is like,
I have this proven process.
No, they don't. They don't know you. They don't know your business. Do not listen. I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't think all mentorship is bad. I think there's definitely an opportunity for us to learn from people who have done the things we want to be doing. But you really need to ask yourself whether or not the person that you're looking to work with has actually done the thing that you want to do, or at least has the knowledge and understanding to be able to help you in building whatever it is you want to build. Business is not copy paste. Solutions are not copy paste. Anyone trying to sell you on a dream and leading with things like how much money they've made, how much money their clients have made, is usually a pretty big indicator that they're not going to actually help you build your business. They're going to teach you how to also make those grandiose income claims. That's just my opinion. I would love it if you could share any red flags that you think I missed down in the comments below. I know that there are a ton of other ones to look out for. Again, finding a mentor can be truly transformational in your journey as an online entrepreneur or just an individual looking to grow as a person. But it's super essential that you are vigilant in deciphering who's a fraud and who's legit. And that's hopefully where me and my channel come into play. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed the 12 Days of Coachmas series. I will make sure that the whole playlist is linked down in the description below if you're interested in watching the rest of the videos. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know when I'm gonna be back to YouTube, but hopefully not too long. That's gonna be it for today. I'll make sure to leave Coachmas Day 11 linked on the screen somewhere here. Stay safe out there. Don't join the coaching pyramid. Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!